Over the last 3 months, I've made just over $250,000 building and selling Makecom systems for a variety of companies from 6 figures, 7 figures, all the way to 8 figures. In this video, I'm gonna show you the top 3 systems that you could sell them, all the way from $1,000 to $10,000. First, I'm gonna walk you through each system and how it works. The second thing is I'm gonna show you each platform that you're gonna use to essentially build out those systems yourself. So at the end of this video, not only you're gonna be equipped by the tools, but also the mindset to approach 2025 and take advantage of the AI automation wave that everyone is talking about. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. So all of these systems are purely built on Make.com. Now, you might be wondering, what is Make.com? So Make.com is like a robot that helps apps talk to each other and work together. Imagine you have like a different tools or apps you use, such as Gmail, Google Sheets, or Slack. Normally you have to do things manually, like copying data from one app to another. But with Make.com, you can tell the robot, hey, whenever I get an email, save the important part to my Google Sheet and send me a message in Slack, for example. The robot will do that automatically for you. And the best part is you don't need to be a coding expert. You just drag and drop things to set up your instructions, and Make.com takes care of the rest. It saves you time and makes boring tasks easier. Now, if I asked you, what does every business want? The answer will be customers, because no customers, no business. It's that simple. The most important thing for any company is finding and bringing new customers. That's called lead generation. So with tools like Make.com, you can automate the entire process of finding leads instead of like manually hunting for potential customers or relying on slow methods like, word of mouth, referrals, and automation does the work for you, like faster and smarter. Now, I've consulted with over 500 companies, and you'd be surprised, like even big companies making millions and millions of dollars often stick to outdated ways of finding leads. That's why our system is a game changer. So we built smart, automated lead generation machines that bring businesses new customers on autopilot. It's not just about saving time. It's about giving businesses the one thing they need to thrive, which is more customers. And the way we do it is through automated cold email campaigns. So they're our secret weapon, guys. They'll let you reach out directly to the people who need your product or services. So that's why our business model works. We help businesses grow by showing them how to scale their lead generation without lifting a finger. Okay, so the first sales system that we're going to talk about is the Apollo Apify growth system. So essentially this is a system that I've built in this channel many times. So essentially what we're doing is we're using Apollo. Now Apollo is a lead sourcing database. Let me walk you through what Apollo is. So Apollo is like I said, a lead sourcing database where you can basically source leads, like thousands and thousands of leads, probably millions of leads, and you can essentially just retrieve all those leads, and it's going to be a first name, last name. A lead is typically like a first name, a last name, an email, a company name, and a bunch of information about their company, duration and role, their titles, and all of that jazz. The second thing we're going to be using is Apify Apollo Scraper. Now, I've showed this scraper multiple times in this channel, and Apollo Scraper is basically, let me walk you guys through it. So Apollo Leads Scraper. So this scraper right here. So Apollo Leads Scraper is basically a robot or a crawler that goes in and logs in as you and takes your information and goes ahead and retrieves all that data from Apollo, right? And it does that at scale. Now, you have to understand that these platforms like Apollo don't want you to scrape their data. So this is why we're using a platform called Apify. Now, Apify is the gold mine of scrapers. It's the best way to essentially scrape numbers and numbers of leads using their variety of scrapers. And basically, if you go to console, you're going to see a bunch of scrapers, right? Like there's Apollo, like I said, there's 3,000 pre-built actors for your web scraping and automation projects. Google Maps, TikTok. So feel free to use whatever scraper you want to do. So feel free to use any scraper. I'm just showing you exactly which one you should be using in order for you to build this system. So you're going to need Apollo IO Lead Scraper. And then the next thing is you're going to need mails.so. Now, mails.so is a platform that validates the email. Now, why do we need an email validation tool? Well, because the data that we're going to scrape from Apollo isn't going to be 100% accurate. Just because all of the emails that we're going to take from that platforms, some are not going to be valid, some are not going to be deliverable. So we're just adding an extra layer of deliverability, and mails.so is basically just validates each email for us so we can have the best quality of emails possible. The next thing we have is we're cleaning the company name, right? And I'm going to walk you through the system just in a second. I'm just gonna show you the flow chart first so you kind of understand the overview of it, and then I'm gonna show you the Make.com system. So we're cleaning the company name, and you might be wondering, why are we cleaning the company name? Now, when you're scraping those leads, typically you're gonna have the company name such as, let's say for example, my company name is Example. When you scrape those leads, it's going to be example.inc or example.ltd. So what we're doing is just cleaning up those company name, because when we want to reach out to those companies, we're going to use the variable company name, right? We're going to use it in our outreach because we're going to do it at scale automatically. So we're just going to use the variable, which is going to be company name, right? So what we need to do is we need to clean up the company name first, right? Because if we reach out to them as, hey, I noticed company name LLC, like the receiver or like the recipient, when they're going to read our email, they're going to see that we personalize the hell out of it. And it's like basically shooting ourselves in the foot, and they will not reply, right? So this is not what we want. So this is why we are cleaning the company name. The second thing is we're retrieving the case studies. Now, this is an extra layer of personalization, right? We're using their case studies, and we're personalizing the email using AI personalization. And the last step is going to be adding to instantly. So let me show you exactly how the system looks. So the system works as in there's someone in the back end that just scrapes, right? Just scrapes Apollo using this scraper that I showed you, and just drag and drop that lead list, which is going to be a Google Sheets, and the system is going to run automatically. So we're going to search all of those leads. We're going to validate the email, right? And then if the email is valid, we're going to scrape their website data. And then what we're going to do is we're going to clean their company name, and we're going to perform something called AI personalization, which is going to be creating an outreach email that is extremely personalized using the variables such as the first name, the website scrape data, their title, their person summary, and their company name. And then we're adding this to Instantly. Now, I forgot to explain to you what Instantly is. Instantly is basically a cold email software. Now, what is a cold email software? A cold email software is basically just a platform that allows you to send thousands and thousands of emails per day and automate your outreach without having to do that manually. Okay, so the next system is going to be a LinkedIn growth system. And the platforms you're going to be needing are going to be Phantom Buster. So what is Phantom Buster? Phantom Buster is basically like Apify, right? And instead, you're just using their variety of scrapers that are tailored specifically for LinkedIn. So if you go to solutions, there's a bunch of things. Like there's LinkedIn, Sales Navigator, there's Instagram and Twitter, but their entire focus is on LinkedIn. So there's LinkedIn right here. If you go in, you're going to see a lot of scrapers such as LinkedIn Search Exports, LinkedIn Message Sender, a LinkedIn Activity Extractor, a LinkedIn Auto Follow. So a bunch of automations that you can build using the platform. I love this platform. It's pretty easy to use, and they have like an extremely easy API, right? So the next platform you're going to need is going to be LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Now, LinkedIn Sales Navigator, guys, is just kind of like Apollo, but you're just using LinkedIn Sales Nav. If I go, you're going to see it's basically like a sales tool, right? Now, you might be familiar with it, you might not, but let me explain to you why. Just essentially a way to find leads, right? And Phantom Buster acts such as Apify in the first system and just retrieves that data from LinkedIn. So what we're doing is we're just using Phantom Buster to scrape the leads from LinkedIn. Now, when you scrape those leads from LinkedIn, typically you're not going to find the email. So what we're doing is we're using another platform, which is going to be an email finder. Now, an email finder, what it does is just you're feeding in the full name and the company name or the company's websites. And what they do is they ping it. They ping the first name and last name with the company name or the company's domain until they find the email. All right, so let me try that actually. So if I put my name right here and I put my company name, which is my process, they will find my email, right? So this is what we're gonna use in this system. So let me walk you guys through the system end to end on Make.com. So what we're doing is we're basically kind of like the same thing. Since we scraped the leads from Apify and we retrieved that as Google Sheets, the same thing. The output is going to be a Google Sheet of the leads. So what we're doing is we're searching the rows, we're finding the emails, and then we're scraping their web page, and then we're basically turning that into text, and then we're creating a outreach personalized email, right? And then we clean the name, clean the company name, and then we're creating a perfect email, and then we're adding to instantly. Now I showed you exactly how to build the system in this channel multiple times, so go ahead and watch how exactly I build the system live, so you can basically do the same for your own clients or your own company. Okay, now the last system, which is an extremely powerful system that I've sold for a variety of companies from $10,000 to $15,000. And I also built the system live in this channel. So go ahead and check that out. So the first thing is we're doing is we're basically running an actor in Apify that essentially scrapes companies that are hiring for the exact service or product that you are selling. And what we're doing is we're finding a decision maker. And once we find the decision maker, we're going to try to find their email and validate it. And then we're scraping their website page. We're retrieving their recent growth, funding, whatever happened in their company. And then we're cleaning the company name. And then we're generating a personalized email. And then what we're doing at the end is we are basically adding the lead to a campaign using instantly. Like I said, I've built the system live in this channel, so go ahead and check that out. In terms of the platforms that you're going to need to build the system is going to be an Indeed job scraper. So let me walk you guys through what an Indeed job scraper. Basically, we're going to go to Apify, and then there's this scraper right here. It's called Indeed job scraper. Whatever job title that we want, and that scraper is going to run automatically. And then we're going to find a decision maker, like I said, enrich, find their email, retrieve their case studies, whatever that happened in their company, and then we're going to reach out to them automatically with our service, right? Because think about it, guys, what makes this system super powerful and why it has worked for multiple companies and has enabled me to make a shit ton of money, basically print money in the last few months, is because these companies are hiring for a job. And what you can do is basically pitch your service or present your service as an outsourced company, or like as an outsourced agency that does exactly the type of service that they're looking for. So if they are looking for an SDR and you're a lead gen agency, then you can reach them out. If you are a marketing agency and they're looking for a marketing specialist, you can reach them out. If they are looking for an SEO specialist and you are an SEO agency, so you get the point. Okay, so I hope you found value in this video. My camera just died. You might be thinking, Saad, it's been like 30 videos now on this channel and you still can't charge your camera. Okay, I know, guys, sorry. So I'll see you in the next one.